I want to welcome you to the final installment of season number 1 of the IUPUI Coaches Show here on the ISC Sports Network. Once again, we are back at Back 9 Golf and Entertainment, and this is the place that you want to come hang out after 4 o'clock today because the weather is fantastic like it was yesterday, but the 4 o'clock part is because they're not officially open as of yet. But write it down. Be here at 4 o'clock, and this is also a great place to hang out, frankly, if the day ends in Y, but also next Monday and Tuesday, if you happen to be coming in to Indianapolis for the Barbasol Horizon League men's and women's basketball championships, because that is the, bane of the existence of this gentleman. That would be Sean Sullivan from the Horizon League office and a great friend of ours here on the ISC Sports Network. Good to see you, buddy. How are you?
I'm great. It's March, and March starts here, and what a cool place. This is my first voyage down here. Awesome.
And it won't be your last. I know that will be the case because as a father of 4, you're always looking for family places to have excursions, and this is a great place to be. Just as families will find a tremendous value for their dollar if they get tickets to the Horizon League tournament coming up on Monday and Tuesday. Let's explain for everybody that maybe doesn't usually follow along. On-campus sites begin tomorrow night. For example, the IUPUI men and women are both 10 seeds. They will be on the road tomorrow night. The men are at Cleveland State. In fact, they played Cleveland State on Saturday. They stayed in Cleveland. They're turning around and playing them again tomorrow night in the conference tournament. The winners from those games on Tuesday advance to games on Thursday. Top 5 seeds are locked in on both the men's and women's side. Those winners then on Thursday night advance to Indianapolis for semifinal Monday and then championship Tuesday. And so that's the bracketing part of it. You're in charge of the marketing side of things, and it sounds like attendance, we hope, is going to be up this year in year number 5.
Well, I'm glad you explained the bracket. That was good for
Thank
you. Yeah, we're on a roll. The arrow is firmly pointing upward, and when you think about ticket sales and sponsorship and all the great partners that we have here locally and nationally, it's going to be terrific come Monday, Tuesday over at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum.
So again, folks, games can be seen on ESPN Plus, and both the men's semifinals and men's championship can be seen on what we call linear television. Women's game goes to linear television as well next Tuesday afternoon. But part of the thing that you have been doing over the course of your now 4 months in the league office is to say, okay, I need to let more people in the immediate area around the Indiana Farmers Coliseum know, hey, there's really good and really affordable basketball that you can come see. And so you have embraced #Midtown.
That's right.
You live there, I live there, so do Query and Schultz as well. Only one of those guys embraces #Midtown. But I've been seeing these yard signs. Like I went to the grocery store yesterday and I saw 3 of them. So tell me about what the things you're doing to try to bring more people here in Indianapolis to come see these games.
Sure. I think, we've built over the last 4 years, this being our 5th here in Indy with the championships, every year. And now for me coming in, just kind of viewing it from the last few years as an observer, can we take a Coliseum outward philosophy? So start local and then start building ourselves out to those more traditional, fundamental, digital, social realms. But can we really get guerrilla marketing focused within the neighborhood? 6,100 homes make up the Meridian Kessler Neighborhood Association. We hit a direct mail piece to each of those homes. Now you're talking about yard signs, and now we're kind of supplementing it with that social and digital in this last week. Of course, your help on the show with Query and Schultz, local radio elements that have been taking place. So we're just trying to hopefully take advantage of not only the neighborhood, but just this kind of last week and a half of excitement as people are looking to watch basketball in March here in our state, of course.
Well, let's also talk about what also sells, and that's really good basketball. You and I were talking about this. The men's league is much like your ticket sales, trending upward. 8 of 11 teams have records over 500 on the men's side. That is improved. Oakland is the number 1 seed. But on the men's side, we think it's pretty wide open amongst any one of maybe really 1 through 8, to be honest with you, could get hot and win the championship. On the women's side, we have this very compelling race that ended with a kind of a surprise loss on Saturday afternoon. Cleveland State is 18-2 in league play. Green Bay is 17-3. The Green Bay loss may have hurt their at-large chances, but the league was thinking for a while that maybe both teams could make it. That's setting up to be a heavyweight fight if they play each other next Tuesday afternoon.
That would be marquee television to watch. I mean, they're 2 tournament caliber teams, time will tell if they both can hop into that final bracket. But you talk about those two teams and what they've been through, and there, some scenarios with injuries. Some have played through them to a place where maybe we wouldn't have expected. And
Right.
Green Bay's kind of the stalwart with Coach Borseth and a long tradition of women's hoops and going to NCAA tournament play. So I can't wait for that.
All right, so when people get to the Coliseum and get to the fairgrounds at large on Monday and Tuesday, it's more than just basketball. What all can people expect and enjoy when they spend a little time with us to begin next week?
I will recap that. I want to instruct and encourage folks to go to horizonleague.com/Indy, where they're going to be able to kind of click on a bunch of links to talk about our amplifying events that happen in addition to the stuff on the hardwood, which is going to be compelling, no doubt. But you think about the Vallejo Fan Zone, which has interactive, family-friendly, and adult activities when it comes to food and beverage. The Hoosiers bus is going to be there. We're celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Milan Miracle. We're so excited about that. We've got authors selling books based on a Green Bay book. I mean, a really cool cultural element this year. We'll be painting on a canvas. Fans can have the opportunity to do that. Of course, you will be broadcasting live on Monday.
As will Corey and Schultz.
Sports Network,
that's right.
Which is great. So all sorts of fun there. We've got our International Women's Day event brought to you by Key Bank, which is really, really, we're going to have a power panel of women from the Pacers sports entertainment team that not only renovated Gainbridge Fieldhouse, but brought NBA All-Star and executed it so well.
Right.
Those women are going to be on site talking about that. Our Officially Human event, where we have some experts in the area of officiating, trying to encourage and bring more folks into the officiating realm. That's a really neat event. And then, you talk about the Vallejo Fan Zone and the Coliseum and the footprint of that. Parking's easy. If you're in the neighborhood, you can walk right over at 40th and Monon to the events. You can take advantage of it between sessions. Come before the game to take in those things. It really is a really full scope 360-degree event.
All right, so a couple quick things. Again, horizonleague.com/Indy has more information. Sean has worked in various capacities, UIC, Ball State, for example, over the years. What's it like now working for the league office as a whole?
It's been amazing. Really good people, as you know. It's the league I competed in as a cross-country and track and field student-athlete in college, so it's always meant a lot to me. And so to be able to come into a small but mighty team and try to contribute and just take on all the great work that's been done here locally and across the league's footprint over the years has been really impactful to me and my family. And to be able to have the championships, our marquee event in Indy right down the street, what could you ask for?
Now, if I get this a lot, your voice sounds familiar. If Sean's voice sounds familiar to you, perhaps you've heard him at an Indy 11 game on the PA, or perhaps at an Indiana Pacers game or an Indiana Fever game, or maybe, just maybe, during All-Star Weekend, a weekend or two ago. What was that experience like for you?
Really neat. We talked about Pacer Sports Entertainment. They run that organization so well. They were kind enough to give me an opportunity, along with the NBA, to handle the PA duties at All-Star Saturday's Media Day and open practice event, and then do the game on Sunday was really special. As a fan growing up, watching the NBA, watching basketball, to be able to be in that spot, in that seat, in that place where not too many people were there, that was a really cool opportunity. I'm really grateful to be able to do it.
Now, finally, we'll let you go because Sean and I are used to doing so much together in terms of the Horizon League. We can seamlessly merge this in to the IUPUI show. But again, our main focus today is talking about the logo you see right here, the IUPUI Jaguars. So with that, just your thoughts on the role that IUPUI plays in the Horizon League at large.
Well, having the Jags here at the home and the headquarters of the Horizon League is so critical, and so grateful to Luke and Jared and the team for having me on to talk a little bit about the championships. But you talk about that arrow pointing up. I think that's what you see with the Jags, and encourage everybody to continue to support what the Jags are doing downtown Indy. They've got a lot of excitement coming aboard, no question. I know we're going to be talking about it the rest of this show. So it's critically important, and we are grateful to have the Jags in the league, and can't wait to see some more partnerships come into board. And thank you and ISC as well. You
got it, buddy. Stay right there. You look handsome. I got to read this line, and then we'll go to a wonderfully crafted commercial break. First of all, this for our friends at Katz, Sapper & Miller, a CPA and advisory firm based in Indianapolis. KSM believes we all have a role to play in supporting the communities where we work and live, and the firm is committed to playing their part. KSM is proud to support many mission-driven organizations. such as IUPUI Athletics, who is dedicated to providing and enhancing life-changing opportunities for IUPUI student-athletes. Let's go Jags. Let's go to break. The man that wrote that script is Jared Green. He did a pretty good job with it. He'll join us next as you're watching the season finale of the IUPUI Coaches Show, live from Back 9 on the ISC Sports Network.
Listen up, all you golf lovers. Looking for a private course for yourself or your company? Problem solved. Indy's Eastside Hidden Gym and Pete Dye's first 18-hole design is Maple Creek Golf and Country Club. Visit maplecreekgc.com today.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead. We don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with boldness and bravery. Unapologetically optimistic. Equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world. 9 campuses, 1 purpose. Creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow.
Going the extra mile happens every day here at Perf Jones.
College is one of the biggest milestones you will undergo in your lifetime.
It's the excitement, I think, of knowing what you're producing is going to be on someone's wall with their diploma. It's pride, it's loyalty, it's passion. I get goosebumps just thinking about it.
At Indiana Members Credit Union, we're invested in more than just your finances. We're invested in your future, the future of your family, the well-being of the community you live in, and in those who dream big. Until those dreams become a reality, any bank can give you a loan or open an account. At IMCU, we care about more than just dollars and cents. We care about doing things that make sense. And investing in you makes good sense to us.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
Our next guest has stopped by. More with him in just a matter of moments. Again, this is the season finale of the IUPUI Coaches Show at Back 9. And each and every week, the good folks at Back 9 have had a different menu item for us to choose. And they are 5 for 5 to this point. I haven't had a chance to sink into this yet. I will momentarily. That will be the new jalapeno chicken sandwich with either fries or tots. I'm not sure if it's officially on the menu yet, but it's about to be. And the way I heard it described from our crew was that it was warm. They brought extra water out. That's kind of a sign. So I figured, you know what? I kind of sweat enough on camera as it is. Let's wait until after the show to dig in. So I will do that coming up in a matter of moments. And after that, I'll go for dessert at Taylor's Bakery. Again, thanks to the folks at Taylor's Bakery. It's Indy's oldest full-line bakery, and their mission is to bake happiness into every bite. A 6-time WeddingWire.com award winner, was crowned the best baker in Indy in 2024 by Nextdoor. Custom cakes, irresistible donuts, Danish's other amazing treats, rooted in a relentless commitment to quality, reliability, and community. 2 great locations, 62nd and Allisonville, just east of Broad Ripple, and on East 116th Street in Fishers. Taylor's Bakery, tailor-made for you since 1913. Full writing credit for that goes to Jared Green. He has a job in the athletic office. I'm not sure what the title is. Actually, I kind of do, but for official purposes, the job description for you would be?
Yeah, so official title, Assistant Athletic Director of Development. Development in the athletics world, fundraising.
Correct.
But really have taken on a little bit of the corporate partnership role too, dabbling my toes in that. So I like to say, look, I'm the revenue generation guy. And revenues are up for IUPUI. We could always use more, but they seem to be heading in the right direction. Yeah. We can't complain. We, on the fundraising side, best year we've ever had. Still a ways to go. When you look at where we're at
Sure.
league peers, other peers within the state, but it doesn't happen overnight. I got to remind myself that all the time. Pretty sure you look back, 3-4 years. Once we get there, we're going to be pretty thrilled with where we're at.
Well, you may not be as long in the tooth as, say, myself or someone like Ed Holdaway that have literally been with this program since like another millennium ago. You are part of the staff that was there when Luke Basso came in. Luke now in his first year as the AD, and it is a world of difference, is it not?
You want to talk about I'll say a breath of fresh air. He certainly brought that. And, he is a very externally minded boss, externally minded AD. He wants his hands on everything, and that's awesome.
So consider this the elevator speech, even though we're on flat ground. Why should people get involved with either the Jaguars Athletic Fund or, frankly, sponsoring a program just like this one? What's the reward those businesses, those corporations could get partnering with IUPUI, what will become IU Indy next year?
I'll tell you this. Any business that wants to get involved, your get-in price is the best you'll get across anything you'll find. Whether it's compares to IU or Purdue or Ball State, I promise you we're going to find a package. We'll be flexible with you, and we'll make it work. It's a true partnership. That's what we want to aim for. On the fundraising side, you're changing lives. College athletics, the lifeline is kind of that unrestricted annual fund. We got a ways to go, but you're changing lives in terms of helping us provide scholarships for student athletes, and at the end of the day, providing resources for our teams and student athletes to compete, both on their field of play, in their field of play, and in the classroom, so they can, again, have the best experience possible in there for maybe 5 years now, depending. And then once they leave, be leaders in their communities, and hopefully give back as well.
And this seems automatic to me because I'm in the industry, so I get it instantaneously. But if you go, all right, what would you have to advertise on something like with IUPUI? Well, as part of the Horizon League, IUPUI produces a minimum of 40 events a year for ESPN+. So it's coaches shows, it's signage at various venues, it's advertising that is seen on the leading sports app in the globe. All of that can be done through IUPUI, correct?
Yep, and you know this better than anybody. We can probably get better on the ESPN Plus side of things. But shoot,
you could easily get a better play-by-play guy.
I wouldn't go there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think we've done a good enough job in terms of maximizing our assets that we have within that program. And I mean, shoot, it feels like everybody's got an ESPN Plus membership now. If you got Disney Plus, you got ESPN Plus.
And if you are doing a show at Back 9, it probably means you've got some golf in your background. And that is one of the biggest events that comes up every year on the IUPUI athletics calendar. I know that it's a couple of months away, but you have been in full-on preparation mode for a while. Tell us about the Michael A. Carroll golf outing that's coming up.
Yep, so that's going to take place on Monday, May 20th. So that week, I kind of like it because it leads us right into the 500. It gets me super excited. I got this event. Once we get through that, it's kind of, a little weight off my shoulders. You look back, say, hey, we did a great job, and now I got to focus on the 500 and go have fun. But for that, look, that's one of our main fundraisers of the year. We'll bring in anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 with that. And to be honest, we've kind of we've struggled the last few years since COVID of filling the full field.
Sure.
And so we want to make sure we get back to that. About 26 teams to have a really good full field. Had about 24 last year. And so yeah, we need our alumni, need our businesses and folks that support us to come and enjoy a Monday afternoon at Maple Creek Golf Club.
Again, on the east side, one of Pete Dye's original golf course designs that you're going to as well. Now, I've got this read to do for the Jaguars Athletic Fund. This is kind of your spiel. You want to look directly into that camera right there, yep, and tell people why they should donate. I'll give the website for you, IUPUIJags.com/givenow/JAF. The rest is yours. Have at it.
Look, the Jaguars Athletic Fund, that's our fundraising arm for the whole athletic department here at IUPUI, soon to be IU Indianapolis. I will say a misconception, right, in college athletics is that every kid's just on full scholarship.
Right.
Not the case, right? We've got men's and women's basketball and volleyball are fully funded scholarship programs. Everywhere else, the NCAA has an allotment of, hey, you can only have X amount of scholarships that you have to spread out across the roster. We are not up to there yet. So I'm telling you, when you get involved, you're literally helping pay for kids to go to school, to have the opportunities to compete at the highest level, compete for championships, and then again, get a great degree. We know we do that already. And so, yeah, you getting involved here helps us provide that for them, and we want to be better, providing elite experiences for our student athletes, and make sure it's the best Division I experience possible for them.
Well done, my friend, and thanks for the partnership and the friendship this year. Greatly appreciate it.
Always.
Jared Green again, Jaguars Athletic Fund, fundraising, marketing for IUPUI Athletics, all of those things, again, as the Jaguars make the transition to IU Indianapolis coming up in the offseason. As we make the transition from the winter sports season to the spring sports season, the spring sports are underway. Last week we talked to the softball coach. How about we talk to the golf coach? Because their season is getting going as we speak. I mean, again, we are at back now. We got to talk to the golf team, right? Right. Head coach Jamie Brose joins us next as we wrap up this first season of the IUPUI Coaches Show right here on the ISC Sports Network.
Listen up, all you golf lovers. Looking for a private course for yourself or your company? Problem solved. Indy's Eastside Hidden Gym and Pete Dye's first 18-hole design is Maple Creek Golf and Country Club. Visit maplecreekgc.com today.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead. We don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with boldness and bravery. Unapologetically optimistic. Equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world. 9 campuses, 1 purpose. Creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow.
Going the extra mile happens every day here at Perf Jones.
College is one of the biggest milestones you will undergo in your lifetime.
It's the excitement, I think, of knowing what you're producing is going to be on someone's wall with their diploma. It's pride, it's loyalty, it's passion. I get goosebumps just thinking about it.
At Indiana Members Credit Union, we're invested in more than just your finances. We're invested in your future, the future of your family, the well-being of the community you live in, and in those who dream big. Until those dreams become a reality, any bank can give you a loan or open an account. At IMCU, we care about more than just dollars and cents. We care about doing things that make sense. And investing in you makes good sense to us.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
Back for the final time this season on the IUPUI Coaches Show here on the ISC Sports Network. Thank you to Jordan, JD, and Vince from our staff. Thanks to Brian and Logan and everyone at Back 9. And thanks to our great partners like, well, 92C Partners. Proud to support Jaguars Athletics. 92C Partners is a woman-owned, full-service commercial real estate firm serving clients throughout Indiana and beyond. In addition to brokerage services, 92C provides strategic planning, space design, construction management, and project management. If you have any real estate needs, please visit 92partners.com. I've been interviewing this guy for like 20 years. I remember literally having a conversation on the radio with him after he won the Indiana Open at Plum Creek. Oh. Still a pretty good player. We both had more hair back then, too. Still a pretty good player, but these days his focus is coaching the IUPUI golf program. It is Jamie Brose that joins us now. Jamie, thanks for the time. And literally, did you just fly back in for the interview after playing in Florida the last few days?
No, we've been back a little bit, but it is good to be here with you, Greg. And the weather is great here in Indy right now, so it's fun anywhere we go to play some golf.
So literally, I'm sure there's a home course, but you want to try to get your players out and play as many different types of courses as you can when you're in town. So you got around at Southern Dunes today, I hear. Is that correct?
Yes. So Southern Dunes, Eagle Creek are our home golf courses. Yeah. And then we also get to play a lot of great venues around the city on the weekends. A lot of places are very friendly to IUPUI and the Jags, and so we take advantage of that, and we get to play some pretty cool places.
Obviously, golf has been a big part of your life for probably longer than you can remember. When you were playing it and trying to cut it as a professional and playing on tour, et cetera, did you always have in the back of your mind that you would be a coach at some point in time?
That's a great question, and yes, I absolutely loved being that leader, even on our college team.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, this would be a very fun thing to do as far as having all my useless golf knowledge, but also just having that passion and care for those 18 to 22-year-olds that are trying to figure out life.
And let's face it, I was a tennis player in college. That's very much an individual sport, and golf can be as well. But it's not in college. So as a guy that, again, was grinding out there trying to make a living doing this, what's it like to have that team element at this age level?
It's pretty awesome, and golf has really exploded as far as how talented these players are nowadays. And so you do have to ride that edge of playing extremely aggressive golf. But at the same time, when you're counting 4 scores out of 5 in a given day, there's a certain amount of coaching strategy as far as risk reward and trying to get around and the best score possible.
All right, let's talk about kind of the travel. And again, if you're in the Midwest, you play a spring sport, you're starting your season on the road. And in terms of golf, you're playing a lot more road matches than you are home matches anyway. So where has the travel taken you guys so far, and where are you about to head off to?
Yeah, our guys started off in St. Augustine and played a fantastic venue, the Bear and the Squire. Tournament run by Eastern Kentucky, and they did a great job. And then we had a dual match against Cleveland State at our conference course, which is at Mission Inn down at El Campeon, the golf course there. Great chance for us to see our conference golf course ahead of time going there. And then this next week, our ladies are headed to Tampa. Butler is hosting down there, and our guys are headed to Georgia. So a lot of great venues and a lot of good places, and it's really fun.
Now let's talk about this. Your conference meet or championship match is in late April. Let's face it, the weather could be great in late April in the Midwest. It could not be so great. So the league for a long time has decided, you know what, let's not mess with it. Let's play in Florida. So you by far have the longest to travel for a conference championship. What's that like knowing that tournament is in any warm weather location, but not close for any of the member schools?
Yeah, well, we have a competitive advantage rule, so we can't really go there too often at one time in the spring. But it is very, very good weather down there. I think just about every year I've been going down there, it's been about 82 degrees with 2-mile-an-hour winds and sunshine every day. So the administrators love it, the coaches love it, the players love it. So it's been a win-win-win all the way around.
All right, tell me about the Horizon League. Who's your chief competition in both the men's and women's side?
On the men's side, Wright State's been very strong the last few years. And then right now, Purdue-Fort Wayne. And then we're pretty much right there. So we have a very talented young men's team, capable of shooting some very low scores. And when you play the El Campeon course, it is anybody's ball game. It's a very vicious golf course. If you're not strapped in mentally, you can have a bad day.
Tell me about your leaders on your team. Don't have to be your best player, but who are kind of captains, seniors, et cetera? Who are some of the young men and women that are really kind of leading the charge for you?
Oh, man, I love to brag on our players. But we have 5 seniors. Technically, one's a redshirt junior. But we just have some great young men. And they've been growing together. Taylor Gardner, and then we have Kevin Tillery have been kind of leading the way, playing 1 and 2 for us on the men's side. Shot some really low numbers. I think both of them had a 63 in the fall. Which is very exciting to kind of see some of those low numbers come out. But just a great group of young men that you like to travel with and hang out with.
IUPUIJags.com always has more information. We just had Jared on talking about fundraising. What are some things in the golf program? Like, you know what? We could use some of that Jaguars Athletic Fund money to kind of help you keep this program on the upward trajectory it's been on.
Well, Jared was talking about some of the scholarship opportunities, and that's really big. The more scholarship money we can try to get in, it helps us to bring in possibly, a better student athlete, a resume, I guess you would say. But we're always trying to put our money in places that are going to help make a great college experience for our players. So recently, through Jared's help, we were able to raise money and get a team vehicle, a team van. And it's been fantastic and definitely helps add to that college experience. So
IUPUIJags.com for the Jaguars Athletic Fund for both the men's and women's golf team. Jamie, hit him straight today. Thanks for the time.
Appreciate it.
And,
thank you.
Again, best of luck the rest of the season.
Thanks.
Again, for Jamie Brose and well of our other great guests in terms of both Jared Green and Sean Sullivan and all the great folks behind the scenes, this is Greg Rakestraw. I thanked some of the ISC staff and some of the Back Nine staff. Big thanks to Luke Basso Ed Holdaway, Jared here today as well. But again, it's them that believe in this show. We'll look forward to doing it again coming up next school season. Thanks for joining us, and as always, let's go Jags. Thanks for watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Listen up, all you golf lovers. Looking for a private course for yourself or your company? Problem solved. Indy's Eastside Hidden Gym and Pete Dye's first 18-hole design is Maple Creek Golf and Country Club. Visit maplecreekgc.com today.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead. We don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with boldness and bravery. Unapologetically optimistic. Equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world. 9 campuses, 1 purpose. Creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow.
Going the extra mile happens every day here at Perf Jones.
College is one of the biggest milestones you will undergo in your lifetime.
It's the excitement, I think, of knowing what you're producing is going to be on someone's wall with their diploma. It's pride, it's loyalty, it's passion. I get goosebumps just thinking about it.
At Indiana Members Credit Union, we're invested in more than just your finances. We're invested in your future, the future of your family, the well-being of the community you live in, and in those who dream big. Until those dreams become a reality, any bank can give you a loan or open an account. At IMCU, we care about more than just dollars and cents. We care about doing things that make sense. And investing in you makes good sense to us.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.